If I wanted to replace my classroom salary, cut my teaching time in half, all I would need to do is enroll just 25 online tutoring students. Not 200, not 100, just 25. And I can get started doing this whilst I'm still in the classroom by enrolling as little as 5 online tutoring students a month. And then I can build this up at whatever speed I wish to get to 25 students. And the cool thing is 25 students, if using the right model online as a tutor these days, brings you in a 6-figure salary. And in this video, I'll show you what I would do if I was starting from scratch as a teacher trying to enroll my first 25 online tutoring students. I'll break down the exact funnel that I would use to make that happen whilst I'm still in the classroom. Because here's the thing, most teachers struggle online because they struggle with predictable student acquisition and enrolling online tutoring students. Whereas predictable online tutoring student acquisition just simply requires a predictable funnel. And that's what this video is all about. Plus, this is the same funnel that I've taught to over 3,000 teachers now, helping them take their expertise online, get paid what they deserve as a teacher for building our future generations whilst teaching on their own terms. So let's jump in. Here's the problem. Most teachers get their first online tutoring students through word of mouth, referrals, posting in Facebook groups, building a website, and they slowly start to trickle in. They get a few leads, they get a few online tutoring students, they get excited because they're suddenly starting to make a little bit more money outside of the classroom, essentially just a side hustle. But that's not going to replace a classroom salary. It's just going to build exactly what I said, a side hustle, part-time job, a glorified job, not a real business. And so in order to have a business tutoring online, teaching on your own terms, you simply need a predictable funnel. Okay, so let's break down exactly what that funnel looks like so I can show you the model of what you need to set up. Let me break it down for you. Hey, quick break, and this is important. If you're a classroom teacher who wants more freedom, an online tutor who's tired of trading time for money online, or if you've got a tutoring business and you're wanting to scale it predictably without burning out, I created this channel for you. Now, every single week, I release detailed trainings, just like this one, around the most up-to-date strategies that we're teaching to our clients right now. Trainings around attracting better students, getting your students better results, how to sell your services at higher rates, hiring team members, and really just building a tutoring business that you're in control of. And I know if you've watched this far into the video, you're not someone that's okay with just being stuck where you are. So if you can do me a quick favor, just hit the like button on the video, hit subscribe, not just so that you can see the next video, but so that I can continue to create these and we can build a movement of teachers and tutors that are regaining control, having more impact, and earning more income. Plus, it really does help the channel reach more teachers and tutors who need to see this. That's it. Just hit like, hit subscribe, do us a great favor. We'll get back to the video now. We run paid ads, okay? So we run sponsored ads where you place a simple ad on Facebook, on Instagram, and then you use a simple lead capture form, okay? Now I'm gonna break down what you would do at each stage in just a second, but once you've captured the lead's information, so their name, email, phone number, you then give them an opportunity to book into your calendar. You then nurture them before the call, provide value, make sure they're prepared, and then you simply sell your services as a tutor online. Now, the reason why this works so well is because it's predictable, because at each step, you're going to collect data when you start to spend money on advertising. So instead of paying with your time, which is why it doesn't really work for teachers trying to escape the classroom and build an online tutoring business, because they don't have a lot of time already. So because they don't have a lot of time, whilst they're juggling their classroom job, they need something, or you need something if you're trying to do this, that's actually working in the background for you whilst you're inside of the classroom. So that when you finish school day, you can simply go online, speak to your leads, and just focus on what we call revenue generating actions, meaning speaking to potential new students because you've got something that's working for you on autopilot, instead of having to leave the classroom, go home, do whatever you've got to do, and then spend all of your time trying to find these leads, okay? So you need this working for you in the background. So you can just pay Meta, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, a little bit of money to do the work for you and place what it is you do, your advert, in front of the ideal parents and students that need to see it, okay? But just running a simple sponsored ad isn't enough. So let's break down each step of the funnel, and I'll walk you through exactly what you need to do to get your first 25 online tutoring students. So when I'm placing an advert on social media, I really need to focus on a few things. To make my advert stand out, because there's other noise on people's social media news feeds, so your advert has to stand out. Now, the best way to do that is to simply call out the ideal student. So, for example, parents of students in 9th grade, or parents of students in the 1st grade or 3rd grade, or whatever it is. Because now the only person who reads the rest of my advert is going to be that exact parent or avatar that I'm trying to target. Once you've done that, you really just need to state a clear, big, bold promise of what it is you're going to help the students achieve, because people pay for results, okay? I will help your child jump 2 reading grades in the next 12 weeks. And then from that, you need to sell what the dream is, the benefit that the parents and students are looking for, so that they can get into into a top college, so that they can read on grade level and achieve top marks in all of the other core subjects. So whatever it is that the students and parents ultimately want, they don't just want their kid to be a good reader, they don't just want to get a top test score, they want it for a reason. Now, if you focus on doing it in your advert, you're going to stand out more, and your ideal parents and students are going to want to click, okay? So that's the first part in the ad. You've got to be really clear on what it is you're going to provide for the students. So market results, not tutoring lessons, or not confidence, or not motivation. Market a result, and that's going to help you stand out. Now, once you've got your advert sorted, the next thing is how you're going to capture the lead and why they should give you their information once they click on your ad. So instead of, again, selling tutoring, or instead of selling a free lead magnet, which might be a free download, that's not really going to work, because it's a simple value or a freebie, a value gift, or whatever it might be, a freebie. And so therefore you're attracting people to opt in for free things, not people who want to actually invest into tutoring. So what you want to sell is the opportunity to book in a call with you to apply to join your tutoring program. So that way you're getting more committed leads right from the off. Now, we use a simple instant form on Meta and Facebook. The reason why we do that is it just requires less time. You're going to get more volume of leads, which is important in the beginning as a teacher, because you need to practice your follow-up skills to actually speak to your leads, get them booked in for calls. So you run a simple capture form, getting them to enter their information and prefacing that they're going to book in a call with you on the next step. If you don't do that, they're going to see your calendar on the next step and they're not going to want to take it. So you need to be very clear on the capture form what the next step is once they've entered their information, okay? And that's to book a call. You get them to book in a call with you, and then you follow up with all of the other leads that didn't book a call. And this is what I was talking about at the start. This way you come out the classroom or whatever job you're doing, trying to build this on the side so you can make it your full-time thing. And that way you can just follow up with leads instead of having to search for leads by posting in Facebook groups, on your social media channels, or whatever. Okay, this is way more automated and faster and way more efficient. So the next thing, you get them to book in a call, and then you simply provide some value or some homework or a client and student case study or testimonial to watch before speaking to you, so that way a lot of the pre-selling is done up front, because remember, you are trying to turn strangers into students that actually pay you here when they've only really just seen you on the internet, okay? So if you don't provide them some form of literature, it can just be a simple PDF, it can be a simple video, it can just be an intro video from you introducing yourself, or if you've got them, student case studies and results from parents and students that you might have interviewed that talk about how amazing you've done for their kid, okay? Now, if you do that, that way they're gonna come into the call more pre-sold, and then you run a simple enrollment call where you simply think about this as being a doctor. When you go to see a doctor, what happens? They assess you, they ask you questions with what's been going on, and so you think about this in the same way. You ask why the student's on the call, what the problem is, how long it's been a problem, what they're ultimately looking for, and then you diagnose the problem, okay? So you give them some feedback. What this does is on the call, this simply allows the parent and student to see you as the expert, because you are able to give them solid feedback. You're able to identify what their problem is, okay? So you feedback to them, here's the issue, here's what you need to do, here's why it's a problem, so forth. They now lean in, they trust you more, And now what you do is you prescribe. Okay, so instead of prescribing lessons or homework or study, you prescribe what are the things that the student needs to focus on. Okay, then once you've done that, the treatment, okay, so once you've prescribed what the plan is, the rehabilitation plan, now you give the treatment, which is, hey, this is how we're going to make sure the rehab works. That's the lessons, that's the homework, that's how you're going to service the student. Okay, then all you do is you sell a simple 12-week tutoring package. The reason why you do that, it gives predictability. It's ideally an entire semester at school, so the parents and students can commit to it. Then they're used to committing to those type of timeframes instead of paying by the hour or paying by the month, because that way you don't have any predictability. They want to reschedule, they want cancellations. They're so concentrated on thinking about what they're paying per hour rather than the result and committing for a longer period of time, okay? That way you can charge more upfront, and of course you're selling group lessons. You're not selling your time. You've got to escape that thinking trap of trading time for money, and that's what a lot of teachers fall into when they sell their services one-on-one. So all you do is you sell simple group packages for 12 weeks. You could either have 1 or 2 lessons per week. Now you're going to charge around about $1,000 for this. You can charge way more, depends on your sales experience, the amount of results that you've got, and even in the beginning, even if you needed to gain some confidence, you might take on your first 10 to 20 students at $500 or $750 or pounds, just to get some people in the door, validate your teaching skills, get some testimonials, and then you could increase price from there, okay? So here's how this breaks down. So if I'm now going to advertise, let's say I get 100 leads that see my ad, give me their contact information.
Guys, quick interrupt. I hope you're enjoying the video, but I wanted to make sure you picked up your copy of Teaching on Your Own Terms. It's my best-selling book, and it shares with you the exact 5 steps that I've used with over 2,000 teachers at this point, helping them build their dream online teaching businesses. It went to bestseller in 7 categories. It's been featured by NASDAQ in Times Square, New York City. And I know you're going to love it. Inside of the book, you're going to learn things like how to position yourself as the go-to tutor in the marketplace, and the offer that you can create to get your ideal students reaching out, and how to communicate that. I'll share with you what I've seen as the best advertising strategies to get in front of new students and parents who want what you've got, how to sell your services, and everything you actually need to include in an online group tutoring business to make sure your students crush it and get great results. There's some free gifts and bonuses in there. I think in the first couple of pages, there's a link. You can go and grab some free gifts on me. But I know you're going to love it. Teaching on Your Own Terms. I'll leave a link down below in the comments, and go and pick up your copy today.
Now, from those 100 leads, I'm going to get, say, 20% of people actually booking a call to speak to me about my services. So we've got 20 people there. Now, if 60% of those 20 people actually turn up live for the call with me, that's 12 students and parents I'm actually going to speak to on Zoom. Okay, now from those 12 parents, let's say that 25% of them enroll and actually become a paying client. So just 1 in 4, okay, 25%. That means I've enrolled about 3 students, right? Now, if I paid $10 or £10 a lead, which is pretty standard in the tutoring space, I've spent, if I've got 100 leads, $1,000 on adverts, and if I'm selling a $1,000 tutoring package, I've now made $3,000 back. So for every dollar I've put in, I've got $3 back. Now, if you were a cash machine or a casino and you could put $1 in and $3 spat back out, you do that all day, every day. The issue is most teachers don't think like this. They don't think like business owners. They're not looking for speed, okay? So let's say now I've got these numbers here. I can improve my funnel. So if I wanted to enroll 5 students a month, all I would need to do is simply improve my show up rate. So instead of getting 60% of people to show up for the call, and I had 12 people up there, I might get 70% of people to show up. That means I would have 14 show up for the call with me. Now, if I got better at sales skills as well over time, I enrolled 40% of people, then I've got more than 5 students, about 5.6 or whatever it is, 5 students, let's say, enrolling. Now I've got $5,000 back instead of $3,000. So the reason why this works is the funnel and spending money on advertising allows me to improve each metric throughout the funnel. I can get faster at following up. I can get somebody to help me follow up. I could improve my own speed, as I was saying. I could get better at sales, and therefore more people are going to enroll because I boost my confidence. So 5 students a month. Now, the cool thing is, if I'm charging $1,000 and all I need to do at this point is fill 5 groups. Now, let's say that I teach a group of 5 2 times a week, okay? So if I've got a group of 5, I see them twice a week, that one group, 2 hours of teaching. Now, if I grow this by 5 students each and every single month, I can now take on, let's say, 25 students, right? And teach just 10 hours, okay? 5 groups, 5 students per group, that's 25 students. With each group, if I've got 5 seeing me twice a week, 10 hours of teaching, 25 students, times by $1,000, because I'm charging $1,000 for my tutoring services, that's 25 grand. Now, if the sign-up period is 12 weeks across a period that a student would sign up for, and let's say that that's one block of tutoring. Now, over the course of a year, give or take, there's kind of 4 cycles that I could run the students through, right? So 25 times 4, that's 100 grand. That's a 6-figure online tutoring business. Now, this is taking into consideration that you don't raise your rates, that you don't take on any more students, that you don't hire other tutors to help you grow and scale as well. So there's a few different levers that you can pull to help grow this faster. And this is exactly how some of my clients, who I'm going to share on the screen now, are enrolling hundreds of students in a single month, okay? Because I've got a simple funnel. So that's the exact funnel that I would use to enroll my first 25 online tutoring students alongside of my classroom position and build a 6-figure business, okay? Now, if I was to share with you here, here's one of our clients on the screen, Tutu. Yes, we're very close to our goal. 175 enrolled last month. Here's Dish Bagger, 93 active students. He enrolled 55% of the students that he spoke to using a simple funnel like this in a single month. We've got clients getting their first student. We've got clients interviewing and hiring tutors so that they can grow and scale. We've got clients getting their first 5 students, okay? Exactly what I said, using a simple, predictable funnel to get their online tutoring students. So if you're a classroom teacher or you're already tutoring online and you want a more predictable way to get online tutoring students, I'll leave a link down below. You can just click it, book in a call with us, and we'll build you out a personalized roadmap to help you set this entire thing up. And if you're already doing well and you're ready to scale, we can take it all off your hands and scale it for you. So click the link down below the video, head to the site, book in a call, or if you're watching this on my YouTube channel or wherever you're watching, hit the like, hit subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.